in the bottom that opponents are about to eat with their tangos, or eat the opponent's trees. But he revealed his ward here with that same move, so I'm thinking, is the ops ward a bit more efficient in this case? Because you don't really see that too often. Piana Laguna, then he still missed first blood. I'm so sorry, folks. I don't know. I give up. Why am I even here? What am I even doing with my life? So we just missed both kills. We missed the Bloody Sky being killed by Violence. We missed the first blood on low skills Morphling. Did look like that was a clean arrow coming out from Laguna. Low skill, heavy damage flying in, but there's a creep wave in between, so he can't throw in the arrow. Laguna trying to find an angle onto low skill, but none given. Now Gianvincento also out of money. Alright, so another arrow connection. The thing is, like, these heroes just die so fast. Like, if you look at this, again, Laguna's looking for an angle for the arrow. And he's gonna get it. And Pion torrent into the air. He does get his strength morph out. So Pion's a tiny bit too slow there. Obviously the Morphling was reading that something was about to happen. But yeah, that's how quickly these things escalate. Like, you look somewhere in the other lane for just 2 seconds, and somebody's already dead because of the amount of nuke damage, especially in this bot lane. Nightmare used up, Scatter Blast thrown in onto the Bane, and a charge comes through by the Bloody Sky. Does a bit of damage onto the Luna and to the Bane. Snapfire is looking for the angle to cookie away, but he is just going to give his life away. Charge coming out on the Bane, Nightmare used. And another caught arrow. Laguna has been catching them so far. This one, we caught a kill, people. We caught a kill. We saw what happened. We're jumping everywhere. We're literally just spamming through the keyboard to catch any hero number. Pion doesn't get killed here, though. Dandy, though, he's got a coil ready. He's got an arcane rune. Could kill the SD. That should be a free kill because the SD's just used all of his abilities. Laguna, arrow, snipe. Nope, coil connects onto the DP. Arrow, follow-up, comes out again. Even I would have hit that. Probably wouldn't have, now that I say it. Obey going away with the Siphon. And, okay, a bit of a turnaround. Okay, so they saw the Snapfire now move in. So Yahtzee might as well just go in for a Nightmare. And there we go, the arrow comes out. Yeah, you were waiting for it, you expected it, and you get to see it. Bane thrown and tossed around. Ivy getting their 3rd kill of the game, and Dandy look for a turnaround here, potentially. Gianvincento throws in another disruption. Arrow once again connecting. Laguna's loving this game so far on this Mirana. Under the tower, Dandy's just waiting. When do we go in? I think they just saw. Oh, they got a charge connected onto him thanks to that shadow poison used by Gianvincento. And the Spirit Breaker is coming in from the top side. Pretty decent fight coming out for them. And Dandy does get able to dodge the charge coming in. And these Mortimer's Kisses, they're targeted towards Violent, but they don't get him. They drop him low at least, but there's a torrent coming out onto the Spirit Breaker, and a Laguna arrow has connected. Yes, once again, Laguna has connected so many arrows this game, you can't even count. I don't even have enough fingers for that. Bloody Sky onto Violent. Attempts for a desperate kill onto the Luna, but not going to happen. Hero in your team currently. Well, once your Luna's up to speed, you transition into more of a, hey, like this. I found a hero type of hero. And that's Gianvincento, and a missed arrow by Laguna, but that's because the hero was already dead. I guess that counts for something. Low skill, able to move himself away with the illusory orb as he turned into a puck. Bloody Sky looking for an angle to charge in, but really the only hero they did see there was Laguna walking back onto the high ground thanks to the Ops ward. And Bait's gonna smoke up. So they're smoking up as 4. They're suspecting somebody to walk in. Mo Bait's right there. Dendy, his smoke already popped, so they know something is up. Dendy's gonna reveal himself in mid. TP coming in as well from Gianvincento. The orb is there. Doesn't find any of the other heroes, and Violent is being charged at the moment. So the Spirit Breaker is about to connect. If he goes through with it, he's going in for it. Silence is there. Nightmare save from Gutsy and a Fee script turnaround onto the Spirit Breaker, but he did use his Bulldoze, so that's already over. Pyon does a bit of damage there with the Tidebringer. Mirana's also moving herself back into a safer spot. Violent and Pyon on the high ground right now. Disruption here to dodge the X mark. And the Torrent, Stendy's looking in for an angle to drop in a coil. It's going to be a two-man coil at least if he wants to use it, but he's still saving it for now. They're going to go and stack up on top of Mobe and take the DP down. Gutsy is about to fall, but he will finally get taken down with the Snapfire, but he also loses his life. That's 3 heroes down from Ivy. Bait is taking them all with them, and Low Skill is also forced out, and he doesn't really have the firepower to fight back Bait's heroes currently. Bait will take another 3. The same theme continues. Whenever Bait takes a fight, they end up being the successors and coming out on the strong end. So they're going to take this tier 1 tower with them and continue to stay ahead in this game too. Repositioning themselves as they see Gianvincento is looking for an angle. Laguna finds the Bloody Sky. Forces the Spirit Breaker on the run before Bait continues with Roshan. Violent on the edge of it. They don't allow this SD to walk in close enough to stack Shadow Poison on the Luna, and they're going to look for an angle here. DP's going to get silenced up, and she needs some help. The charge comes out from the Bloody Sky, and they finally got the connection. The BKB will be popped by Pyon, and they will get the opportunity, but the disruption is thrown out, so Mobe lives a bit longer, and Violent will take a kill. Violent is dropping low, though, and this Luna is about to fall. She's down to 20 HP, and she survives. Mobe's down, and that's going to be a buyback coming out from the DP, as Bait is just cleaning house at this point. 2 buybacks coming out from Ivy. And attempting to look for an angle. Pyon gets blown up by Low Skill. Low Skill who just turned into a Mirana. And another arrow. Neither one actually catches it, with the phases between the 2 heroes on its way towards them. 3,500 HP. Mirana ulti used. No Luna for 25, no Kunkka for 30. The blink in from Dendi, looking for an angle here. Tries to get that coil out. He's still saving it. DP, arrow's going to connect into the Nightmare and looking for the connection, but there's also Cube harassing to the sidelines, and Ivy is now fighting for their lives right now. You can see that they're running out of time too, because the Puck is still throwing in abilities. The Luna's there. Luna's going to be there in 3 seconds. Mirana forced away by the Bloody Sky. Low Skill looks for Bane in the trees. Gotsy's going to be falling, and another hero. That means that Bait is not going to be in full strength for another moment, as Mobe forces away the Puck all the way back into the high ground. And Gotsy goes for the buyback. Low Skill walks into the pit, but now Ivy realizes they need to reset. They've got the big heroes back in play. He needs to regenerate a little bit at least with the Morbid Mask. They need to stay nearby to each other's. Bait is on the other side of this river. Bloody Sky charges through the They just saw him. They just saw him move in, and that might just be enough for Bait to move in onto their opponents. Not quite going in onto Ivy yet. Low Skill needs to stay alive. Needs to keep himself alive. This Morphling is everything for this Roche fight. Bait. They've got 1 hero caught. That is Dendi with the Puck. He's silenced. Charge comes through. One of his kisses. Dendi's down. Dendi's down. He's going to buy back into the fight. They don't have Exorcism for another 10 seconds, but they've taken 2, and Dendi just bought back for this. Ivy's fighting back. Ivy's really fighting back, and that is going to be Pyon not getting anything. And look at the amount of bashes they just got there. Absolutely insane. And a triple kill for Low Skill. And really, is this what we did? Is this really what's going to happen right now? Ivy is going to take Roche for themselves. The agent... I guess you could say a bit of a halt here. Double charge is coming out. Oh. Poor little Dendi Puck. He's got so many charges approaching. And Cube, all he needs is a Scatter Blast Blink. 1, 2, 3, and he's gone. Right now, there's just no movement happening right now. I was genuinely getting happy for Bait, but now I'm just looking at Ivy like, wait, they just turned this whole thing around. Like, okay, sure thing. Okay, we have a series now. Every time there's a 2-0 coming out, it's kind of like, well, that was a series. Kind of like, oh well. And now we're actually building this into a series because they're going to take mid-racks for themselves. And how do they deal with this Morphling? Bait's one-trick wonder. Doesn't work. Your Scotty, which is almost ready right now, is just going to be your great stat item. They spot Laguna. They're going to charge in. Low skill doesn't give a single bit of respect for this Mirana. And he connects it onto 2. It's actually low skill throwing in the shotgun as well. He was hiding himself as the original Spirit Breaker. Yawn. Trying to do a lot of work here with this Torrent Storm. He's throwing everywhere. Oh boy. All right, I really wish we caught a replay on that. That was a real water park slide. What was going on there? They're just throwing in every direction. Torrents connecting and tidal waves and Torrent Storms. Wow, that must have been a lot of fun for Bait. Watching their Kunkka just throw people around. Ivy not able to get there, but Mirana dead, Kunkka dead. Things are happening. Illusions out of Luna illusions. That's also something you need to pay attention to, is the pushing capability of JM Vincento's glaive bouncing action here, which is gonna hurt these tier 50 or like a 550 gold cloak is a very value item to pick up. Bloody Sky goes in, and where's the second one? They forced the Eclipse. They already forced the Eclipse. That's a big ult TP use. The Silence is going to connect onto the Luna. They also got the puck controlled, and Dendi barely gets himself out of trouble. The boat's also going to be coming in. He does have a blink available. He's going to use the Illusory Orb to get himself out of there. Gotzi's no longer got a Fiend Grip available. A Bait's not looking too hot for them. They're still trying to disengage, forcing out every ability from Ivy, and they've got the Bloody Sky now charging away from battle. They only lost the Bane, though. They only lost the Bane in this fight, and that was so close to killing Dendi as well. He had like, gonna nuke me if I don't use this. Obey. Double charge on Dendi. He sees this one coming. X-Mark's gonna be coming out. Low skill, looks for the E-Blade, connects onto Violent. He's kind of mashing buttons at this point because the Luna doesn't take too much damage out of that combo. And Dendi is also completely fine. Bloody Sky on the low ground. They're charging Luna illusions now. That is low skill. There comes the Bloody Sky. They're getting bullied by these constant charges, but the Spirit Breaker is going to go down with the X-Mark, bringing him back. Dendi silenced up, down to 200 HP. He's going to have to retreat. While the rest of Bait is going to be going into the fight. Violent, Pion, Gotzi. Well, they're going to force low skill. He actually teleports all the way back home. Doesn't have a Spirit Breaker to turn into, though, so he's not going to be able to teleport his way back. He's going to have to run. Old-fashioned way. As soon as you get a taste for a taxi, you don't feel like walking anymore. Well, this Morphling is waving his way all the way back, and Dendi goes for an aggressive blink on Mobe, but has to be careful for low skill. Goes in on the side. X-Mark onto the Lotus Orb. Arrow is going to come out as well, but the disruption save does come out from Vincenzo, and they're going to be popped by Luna, just trying to nuke through this DP, but Gotzi's already going to be falling down. No, Violence going to be surrounded from every direction. The boat's going to be coming in as well. The Mortimus Kisses are flying in as well from Q, but they're trying to take down Violence, and they're going to be taking down the Luna. The Luna's down with the DP too, and low skill's also fallen. Bates is going to be able to take down 2 huge cores in that fight, and they did use the buyback off of the Bane. So now they gotta be really careful. Do they want to force out more? Can they kill Cube? Because Dendi blinks in. Or jumps in with a waning rift at least. He's still got his blink. It is put to cool down. Dendi is... But obviously, hey, who knows? I mean, we were saying the same thing at the start of DPC, or maybe even D2CL Season 5, where we're kind of looking at Bates' new roster and their honeymoon season, where things can either go well or things can go really bad, but you just need more time to build the team, build the roster. And this is a real test of fire right now, because they would love to win this game. Torrent is not going to catch this Spirit Breaker because of his Bulldoze. Low skill does reveal himself as the Puck Illusion Bait works out for Dendi. But back to the original tangent about the honeymoon season. Never mind. Let's not talk about it then, I guess. The players don't let us. Low skills charging in on Pion. Full combo available. Goes for the waveform. Wants to take down Dendy, but Dendy's down to 500 HP and he lives. The Fiend Script's going to come out too. And the coil now. The Aghanim's coil. And DP's low on HP. Ivy's not going to live through it. They're going to lose another hero. It's going to be the DP and the Morphling. Violent takes and 4 buybacks come out. 4 buybacks used by Ivy to be still able to stick in this game. But oh my goodness, Bait, how much money did they get out of that? That's a massive advantage now for them because they've only used the Bane buyback so far. Oh no. Ivy. What a turn of events this game has truly been. Again, they're kind of bashing their heads on a wall at this point because they had such a good flow going on and now it seems like pressure orb. So we're going to see a lot of chaos kick in. Morphling. Oh no, low skill. Walks into the entire team. The Fiend Script. That just might be a game right there. That just might be a game-winning play from Bait. Low skill walks in, and Dendy says MMR is just a number, and an arrow connecting on Roche, meaning Laguna is going to keep Roche stunned so they can make sure that they're going to take it, but they're moving out for a second, thinking there's somebody nearby in the triangle. 125 seconds without the Morphling. That's a dieback. Bait might be doing it. Bait still might be doing it. So unlucky for the Morphling. He was thinking, I can cut this wave. I can cross through the jungle. But they weren't paying attention to this approaching absolutely valiant melee creep. Takes down a tier 2 tower in the bot lane. As Bait is slowly, they're still a bit spreaded out. The Mirana and the Puck ain't here, but they're still with the advantage of the Aegis and the DD runes as well. These illusions do a decent amount of damage onto the Luna. But the bouncing glaives don't really hurt at least the Kunkka. The Kunkka's got a lot of armor to go with. Dangerous moments. Dendy goes in for an aggressive move to the back line. Soul Catcher also connecting only to the Luna, so they could potentially blow up Violent. He's got it. Double BKB, double Torrent Storm. Lots of boats coming in. DP instantly understands that she can't get caught by this coil. So she's going to pop the stun right away. Turning around, the tidal wave pushes Mobe backwards a little bit. The Violent is going to be dealing some damage now and taking this tower. Mobe, 45 seconds, no BKB available. Violent with the charge. Pion will use his first ulti here. Does he have the mana pool to withstand all this? He has 16 mana regen. He's really going to need right now. And another X-Mark coming through, throwing onto the Shadow Demon. The arrow's going to be there too. And Mobe and the Bloody Sky, they want to make things happen. They want to make sure that these heroes die. Violent will be the one to fall first. And the Aegis is there. But there's the Fiend Script. Instantly cancel. Bloody Sky, really nice move. But this DP doesn't look to live at all. Mobe going to get saved again for a second. Low skill with another charge in, but it's not going to be enough. The DP's going to be down. DP's going to be down with Violence. Also going to lose. The Luna's dead too. Luna's not coming back. Luna's not coming back. They're going to kill Cube. And another charge from the Bloody Sky. He finds the Kunkka. Pion's going to die. Cube is going to come with the buyback with a Snapfire. Laguna's going to be chased away below skill. It's going to be cleaning house as he takes another and approaches this Mirana with absolute fury. This game is not over. Now we're going the other end. He came back. He already finished off the lane of Rax. And Ivy is back in control of this. And it might just be them taking this game. But Bait is still fighting back neck and claw. 30 seconds for the Luna buyback. Sorry, her buyback is up. But she's going to be up in 30 seconds. Charge coming in all the way from base by the Spirit Breaker's illusion. Which is the Morphling. Connecting into Laguna. Almost could have actually gone through with that, but they're going to look their way towards these melee. Rax got C, frozen the Enfeeble. He's going to have to use the man to dispel it. They will get the Nightmare. And also the Waning Rift going to be breaking in. And that's Mega Creeps. They need to fight this right now. Morphling waiting on the low ground. Is still not broken in the least. The arrow comes through. Cube is going to eat him. And he's going to gobble him up and try to pull him to safety. Snapfire is going to be the one to take the stun. And they're going to be taking down one. And that's going to be Cube with the dieback. And now 5 versus 4. Can they find the Bloody Sky? No, they can't. He's going to be TPing out with the safety of his BKB. They got the X-Mark at least onto the Shadow Demon of GM Vincento. Not going to be lucky, but low skill. The Mirana is actually going to be chasing on this Morphling. Laguna with the arrow. Doesn't quite connect, but they found the Morphling once again. And then comes Violent as well. Wants to spot him, wants to find low skill. He's fighting for his life in the tree line. He's trying to make another run for it with another illusory orb. He's being chased by another orb, and he's back into the tree line, and they are looking for him. They found him potentially, another orb to scout him out, and this Morphling is running out of tools. He's just trying to buy some time. An X-Mark comes through, but he's going to get brought all the way back, and he's got another attempt here, but low skill doesn't look like he's going to be going anywhere as he is finally down. But there's also tier 4's in trouble. Laguna has to TP back to the base to defend, and holy shit, what a game this is turning into. Now, this is wild. This is wild right now. Could still be either one to win this game, because now Bait has mega creeps inside their base. They lost the tier 4 tower. They forced 4 buybacks from Ivy before, but they've got them back up already. Invisibility. Sometimes it's just when you're at a situation where at least at least this is entertaining. Honestly, I think this is still a pretty fun game to watch, because it's so back and forth, and clowny or not, it's definitely some prime entertainment. Whoever is having a rough Tuesday, this is the game for you to watch right now. Bloody Skies keeping the creeps inside the base. The tier 4s are taking more and more damage, and Laguna's really struggling to clear these creeps out. Meanwhile, their mid-racks are taken. Bait's going to be looking for one lane. Difficulties to get more, though. Laguna is pulling out all of these creeps into the fountain. He would like to farm some of these, but casually strolling here in daytime. Just taking a casual... This is not even a Sunday walk. This is a bloody Tuesday right now. Laguna is going to find the Spirit Breaker, and the arrow comes out, but the Fiend's Grip will go for the BKB. DP dives in with the spits, and the silence comes out. Bane's going to be controlled. Spirit Breaker dropping low, but the save coming out from GM Vincento, and they've got the Snapfire on the high ground too. They've got 2 heroes. Bane's going to be taking 2 of them, and the buybacks are coming in. They've got the outpost to TP into, and Gotzi's going to be taken down by low skill, and now Bait, they are disengaging. They need to get back into the base. They have creeps again on their tier 4 towers. 5-man smoke. Ivy is coming in. Okay. Big move from them. Can they make it to work out? Pion is the one who usually comes out of his base, and since he's been doing this for quite some time now, might actually catch him off guard for a second if he's not suspecting. If they let down of their if they let go of their focus for just a second, that might cost you the game. That's how aware Bait has to be, even if they're not even if Ivy's not even nearby to their base. Dendy. They lose vision of him by the time they were thinking about going in low skill. He's inside the base right now. He's sneaking behind. He's right behind him. They see the Mirana. They've got the detection. They've got the target. They're going to go for the charge. Comes out from the Bloody Sky, connecting on 2. A lot of damage comes in. Mobe coming with the BKB, easily popping in onto the Luna. Luna trying to save his team, but the E-Blade's going to come through. And they're going to have to buy back instantly, but they do have the buybacks available on Bait's side. But who's going to be dying? I can't even see anything that's going on right now. There's so many torrents in here. Violent's going to go down. Laguna's going to die as well. He does get his Feast Grip off on time. But Bait, they're going to be losing heroes. And right now, Ivy needs to get themselves out of there, because they're forcing already a lot, and they have spent everything. They've spent everything. Another save coming out from DM Vincento, and this Morphling, he is now out of everything. Mope, he's still fighting, he's still holding, with his BKB still being used, and now runs out. The Ancient is going to be open, no Spirit Breaker for 120 seconds, and they need to fend them off. Dendy's going to get jumped on as well by Cube. Low skill, almost gets the kill on him. Mope, he's still staying in the middle of everything. Champion's going to be dropping low as well, but the DP getting thrown into the air. Mope inside the Ancient. The DP's finally taken down, but the Ancient's down to 2,000 HP. Can they save their base? The Morphling's going to get controlled again, and Baits are taking it. Baits are doing it for now, and they hold their base. What a game. Bait is still alive with Violent. Okay, they do have a buyback now up on the Morphling. and the SD. So it's still going to be 3 heroes defending, but do they ping straight for the tier 4 towers? Bates are so spread it around the map right now. Pion, he's got TP boots. He's going to come in. Gianvincenzo is going to pop his as they are moving inside the base. Violent leading the front. Gianvincenzo is going to be right there with the tier 4 towers already being sieged up. Is this really going to be it? Is this really going to be it as Bates are wanting to clear this out? Here comes the flamethrower. The machine gun mortar is flying in with the Mortimer's kisses, and it does absolutely anything. It's a complete miss. It's a complete miss. It doesn't even connect onto anything. Low skill, trying to create something here with the Soul Catcher thrown onto Violent. 3 seconds for the Spirit Breaker to be back up. Laguna with the Desolator trying to take down the tier 4 towers. Beyond is finally finding himself a target, but the disruption save comes out from Gianvincenzo, and now the tier 4 tower, the second one's going to be falling. Bates going to be closing out the game. They want to be going straight out. The V-script onto the Mortling. It might have just done it. They might have just done it. They're going to straight to the Ancient. Going down to half HP. They're nuking through. They're nuking through. Bates! 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 They've done it! They've done it! Unbelievable! Their 21 series streak comes to an end, and Bate takes the victory for the first time in 4 months, ladies and gents. The end, because it was a long game with some very tight